Hey everyone, my name is Tony Ivanov, and today I'm going to give you guys a roadmap on exactly how to get started day trading penny stocks. It's not going to be a guide per se on how to trade penny stocks because there's no way you can make that into one YouTube video, but rather it's going to be a guideline of what you need to learn and the steps you need to take in order to become a day trader. So let's just get right into it. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you stopping by. I make video lessons on trading every single day, Monday to Friday, and sometimes on the weekend as well. So if you see value in this type of content, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below and let me know if this video was helpful at all to you. So first, we need to define two terms. One is day trading and one is penny stocks. If you know what these mean, don't be surprised because a lot of people don't really understand what we're doing when we say we're day trading penny stocks. So first, what's day trading? Day trading is the act of buying and selling a security, which is stocks, options, bonds, or futures, or so forth, within the same trading day. For example, if I buy 500 shares of stock ABCD at 9:30 a.m. and I sell those shares 10 minutes later, that's a day trade. I bought and sold in the same day. Now, it doesn't mean you have to do it in 10 minutes. You can do it at 9:30 a.m. and then when the market is closed, you can sell it like prior to then, and it still counts as a day trade. Now, what are penny stocks? So, usually people who trade penny stocks, we call it penny stock that is underneath $5 per share and has a market capitalization usually under $100 million. So, for example, if their stock ABCD has a share price of $1.50 per share and has 50 million shares outstanding, this means their market cap is $75 million. So this counts as a penny stock and something that we may possibly trade. Okay, so you guys know what that means. So where can we start buying and selling these stocks? That's the wrong mentality to have. You don't want to jump in and trade stocks right away. You need to really learn the fundamentals of trading, and you cannot just jump right into it. There's so many people who bring this up to me saying, okay, I know what trading is, so where can I get started? Where can I actually buy and sell? And if you have that mentality, you're going to end up like 90% of traders who fail. You have to build a foundation. You have to find a strategy and a plan that makes you a consistent trader who doesn't fall into that that category of the 90% who fail. So instead, I'm going to lay down a roadmap of what you need to learn if you want to see any success in this market. So you need to learn and understand a few things first. First thing is basic technical analysis. So here's a bunch of keywords. I recommend that you pause this video, write these down, and look these up online. The first thing that you need to learn are basic candlestick charts. You need to learn what is resistance and support. You need to learn what volume is, and I have an entire video on this. You need to learn what level 2 is. I have an entire video on this as well. You need to know what float is, what moving averages are, what Bollinger Bands are, what stochastics are, and what VWAP is. Now, this isn't everything on technical analysis. You need to learn a lot more on it, but I hope that this will give you guys a tiny bit of a roadmap of where you need to look, because there's no real guide online of what you need to research. Like, people just say, oh, do your research, but that's not easy to do when you don't know what to look up. So having these guides and these terms in front of you, I hope will lead you down whatever path you need to, get started and get the ball rolling. So here's a stock chart, and let me see if I can zoom in on this. Yeah, I can, just so we can see it a little bit better. Let me have this smaller down. Okay, so here's a stock chart. So each one of these little candles, it represents 1 minute, as shown here in this top left corner. This is a 1 minute candlestick chart on the stock CLSN. So if it's a green candle, it means that in that 1 minute we had to go up in price, and if it's a red candle, it went down in price. And now we have these white lines on the chart. Now these white lines are not made by the chart. These are lines that traders draw on the chart. So these are lines that were added by me on my trading platform. And what these lines mean are levels of support and resistance. And what support and resistance is essentially areas on the chart that act as a floor or a ceiling on the stock price. So we see on this little bump right here. Let me actually make this better so I can draw on this. Okay, you get a custom pen in here. Make it nice and thick. And okay, so this area right here, you can see that we had the stock jump up, but it stopped out at this level. So that's an area of resistance, because when the price reached that level, there were too many sellers and it couldn't break through the wall of sellers, so it dropped back down. Likewise, let me delete that. Over here, it dipped back down. It didn't go any further because there were too many buyers who were holding the price up, so it bounced off of that price level. So because we have that knowledge on the chart, we can draw out horizontal lines, and we can say that this level here at was that $2? Yeah, this level here at $2 is a level of resistance, and this level here at $1.75 ish is a level of support. Now, what we basically look for as traders is essentially whenever the price has a breakout, which means that the price raises through a level of resistance, that's called a breakout. We also look for these instances in where we have the price make a breakdown, so it breaks down below a level of support. So you can see right here, we had a breakout, so the price jumped up higher. It found a new level of resistance at 214, and then look, here we dipped back down, but we reconfirmed that the previous resistance became support. That's one of the most important things about technical analysis that you will ever find anywhere on the internet. The most important thing about technical analysis is that previous levels of support become resistance, and previous levels of resistance become support. So here we had the previous level of resistance, it became support, because you can see here on this bounce, it couldn't pass through $2, but when it finally did, that resistance acted as support and it bounced off of that level. And then you can see when the market was open, we had a morning spike and we broke out of that new level of resistance at like $2.14, and we spiked up even further. So that's just a quick breakdown of just basic technical analysis, and I hope that really helps you guys, new traders, out in any single way. So let me zoom this back out. So the second thing that you need to learn is risk management. And what risk management basically means is, when you're trading, no matter what, there is a risk of losing money. You cannot be 100% right all the time, but you have to be able to manage your risk and make it in a way so that when you lose money, you don't lose that much, and when you win, when you make money, you always make more than you lose. And we do this by having a risk-reward ratio. So ideally, your trades usually have to be based on at least a risk reward ratio of 1 to 2. So for example, if your trade profit target is 10 cents per gain, or yeah, you should risk 5 cents a share, which means that when you win, you make 10 cents, but when you lose, you make 5 cents. So what that basically means is that you can lose twice, and if you win once, you're break even. And when you have a consistent strategy, you will usually win much more than you lose. So over time, your profit will just go up over time. And second thing, we have to aim on getting small, consistent gains. We don't try to get home runs or big wins, and especially if you're on a small account. You have to have the mentality of having those nice, easy wins that will nice and easy. Just build up your account slowly over time, because that's how you can really grow your account exponentially. But this doesn't mean that when we have a stock that's a huge mover, we don't use that and make nice big profits, but we don't have every single trade try to be a huge win. We have to aim and focus on just getting nice, small, consistent wins, and then we can slowly build up our small account over time, because I'm almost positive every one of you watching, you don't have $20,000 to trade. You have probably $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And when you have a small account of that size, you have to preserve your capital, because when you lose money, it's twice as hard to win it back. Because let's say that you have $1,000, and let's say you take a loss and you lose half your money. If you want to regain to that $1,000 level, you have to now you have to now you have to make a trade that's 100% gain, and that's almost unfathomable. So it's much better to you cut your losses quickly. So like I said, this is especially true for people with small accounts. You need to preserve your capital that you have. You have to make a plan before you trade. You have to know exactly where you're going to buy, where you're going to sell, and where you're going to cut your losses before you trade, because then you will not have your emotions take over your trade, and you can make sure your losses are small. So now this part is just some rules and regulations that you need to know about. I'm not going to break these down in depth at all, but you can look up these terms. There's the pattern day trader rule, and I actually have a video that breaks down this rule. There's the SEC, there's trading halts, and there's minimum account sizes, which are usually they're regulated by your broker. So next step is you have to choose a broker, and I actually have a video that breaks down the top, I think, 7 brokers. So you can look in my video library after this video and watch that. And then next, you have to understand these concepts: pre-market trading, normal trading hours, NASDAQ trading, OTC, understanding news catalysts, and especially you have to know the difference between positive news and negative news, and a concept that we like to call following the money. So you have to understand, where are the traders going in the market, because when you're trading, you want to be trading with other traders, because that's where all the money is, and us traders make the prices move. So you don't want to be trading by yourself, because then you're just going to be alone making no money. You want to be with everyone else using their price action and volume to, make profits on the swings. So this part, I number these terribly. This is supposed to be, I think, number 8. Finding ideal penny stocks. So my recommended scanners are Trade Ideas and Equity Feed. I have access into a free 2-week trial on Equity Feed. There's a link down below. No credit card needed whatsoever, so you can try it out, see if you like it. If not, no harm done. And I actually have a 1-hour video that breaks down exactly how to use equity feed. So you just have to look into my video library once again after this video is done, and you can find that. So essentially what we're looking for is low-priced stocks that are moving in pre-market on good volume, and especially dollar volume, with a low float and some sort of catalyst. And what I mean by catalyst is a reason on why the stock is moving. And this could be multiple reasons. These could be because of news. It could be because of chart patterns like breakouts, breakdowns, and so forth. It could just be because no real reason whatsoever, just because of like pure momentum from buyers. It could be the whole market moving and the entire sector moving. Next up, you should find a group of like-minded traders. I have a free Facebook group of over 1,500 traders who basically are in the group just to help other people. So it's a really good resource that you can use. That doesn't mean that you can just use the group and just like ask like 1,000 questions, because you need to do the work yourself as well. But if you have hard questions to answer, you can ask them in there, and people will gladly help you out. And I also have a trading chat room that I'm in every single day, Monday to Friday, from 5:30 a.m. until the market close. There's a link, and it's also down below. So if you need some guidance on exactly how to do this, because I know it is pretty overwhelming, I do have a lifetime mentorship program that includes a 10-hour long penny stock mastery course. So I'm not gonna really talk about the course way too much, but I'm just gonna let you guys look at a couple of profits that my traders in my program have had. So this one is around $700 profit in about 2-3 days. This one's a much longer term trade. It's like a month-long trade, but still made profit. This one is $850 in 1 day. This one's $1,000 on what was a $2,000 account. So they increased their account by 50% in a single day using my program and patterns and strategies. This one is over $400 in 1 day. This one was just around $380 in 1 day. This one was around $242 in 1 day again. You can see these are all day trades because that's what I specialize in. Same amount in the same day actually, so he made over $500 this day. This one's $1,000 once again in 1 day, and you can see that my traders see pretty good success. So if you want to join that program, it's the first link down below. I hope this guide helped you guys out in any single way. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'd be happy to help you out. If you saw value in this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.